super secret printer.
Oh yeah, it's very secret.
That's right. There are times when I print stuff and nothing happens. It's probably coming out here.
It probably is.
Yeah, we're like, yeah, there's IT people going,
You might be printing to Evernote too. That happened to me a couple times, and then like a little thing comes up that says like you need to install Evernote. But yeah, so they did something with it where it prints some weird way.
So you just keep hitting it and it just keeps printing it.
yeah,
Somewhere
be one of those guys.
It's
It's not working.
Okay.
I try not to be that guy.
Yeah, the only thing with this is it doesn't have the article page. That, you know what I mean? And then you got it there, not on my copy.
What page is
Mine
that?
only goes from 58 to
Oh, he's got it right there.
62. Oh, no, that would help.
I'm like, I printed all
He hands me all this.
Okay, so I went in and I made the update to Article 26, alcohol and drug testing, per your conversation. We're good with it, so if you're good with it, then I'm willing to sign off.
Let's sign. This one will take a minute because it's about 85 pages.
And I did bring a new pen,
Oh.
the same pen, new cartridge.
nice. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Reminds me, did they fix your AC yet, Chief?
We have a
got a
temporary
truck.
fix in place.
Is that like a big block of ice with a fan? Is that the?
We're going old school, yeah. It's actually the chillers that they use for Gaylord Farms for the ice events, so it is like blowing.
It's cold in
It's
there.
cold in some spots,
We
which
got
is funny.
We got the fitting wall at Gaylord though, so it costs us a little way.
The nice part is my new hockey rink wellness program. I'm up to
DT room is now an ice skating rink.
It's a couple ski.
Thank you. The Charlie Brown I showed. you
Ladies'
last
choice.
time right there.
We're down.
That's it. That was-
We got a full floor.
Right.
Oh, sorry, 4.
Yeah.
We are now complete on your side, Don?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So,
Okay, so let me, I don't know whose that is.
You handed that to me, just so you know.
I did?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would be
Tom's.
nice.
I don't know. Well, I don't know whose pen it
That
is.
happened.
I don't know. Probably when we were passing the sign-in sheet, it probably got passed around. I don't know. I don't know. I just know it's not mine, Tom.
Here's your wallet back.
So,
don't count it.
okay, so let me go back a second. So I hear, Warren, your statement. We all hear your statement. We negotiated in good faith with IUPA and closed out a contract. As everyone in this room is aware, police has 2 separate bargaining units, okay? They both have a singular retirement plan. They both, however, have negotiated separate items. we have presented to you the items that they negotiated. Until we had signed everything with IUPA, you brought to our attention the medical stipend. To us, has been stated repeatedly, it is a item up for negotiation, and if you want that to be part of your retirement plan, Article 25, as an item that's brought up to us, we are no issues in going forward with that. And if everything goes forward, we do the cost impact, council signs off on it. That is a benefit that then would be by MOU, go to IUPA for them to approve if it's 20 and out. We're good with it. So to me, I think that's on you. If you, even though on the 23rd of October, we did provide for Article 24 wages and 25 retirement plan, the city's best and final offer for that. However, we will still entertain a counter proposal to that to take back to council.
Okay, your best and final hasn't changed from your first.
That's
It's the
correct.
same amount of money.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm not sure that that's a fair negotiation. Again, I feel like that's a shell game. Moving the money, how you spend it, we're not here to talk about, we're gonna give you this much money and that's all you're gonna get. That's not a negotiation, that's an edict. Okay? So, it may be your best and final, but it's the only. So let's not act like we made a bunch of offers, okay?
Never said, now, make sure I
Okay.
say this correctly. PBA has filed impasse,
Yes,
okay?
because you told me it was your last best buy.
Yep, so.
The first one.
We will, you know, unless there is a compromise from PBA on that, then we will move forward on 24 and 25 through impasse.
Just the way you said.
We only have 2 articles at this point? Are we
Um,
doing 2?
Yeah,
We
we're
have
probably gonna end
articles,
up with
we have
2.
hours of work, 17, duration, but we know you can't go to impasse on that one. So really it's Article 24 wages and 25 retirement plan.
So, yeah, basically, wages and retirement, the duration's gonna be,
Yeah, that's,
if we're at impasse, it's gonna be 1 year, right?
Okay. So the expectation here then is that the lieutenant's moved, because the city's not gonna.
That's correct.
well, the question is the city expecting us to move all the way to your first, last, and final offer? In other words,
Yeah,
you
because
guys
that's
came
what
out
you're
with,
saying.
you guys came out with your first offer, and it was before I got involved, but we made an offer, we came down some, and then the city really hasn't come up
Not really
any.
hasn't, they haven't moved.
Yeah, at any since then.
That's correct.
So are you guys saying, you know, hey, if you guys,
Yeah, because
you
I'm not
know.
gonna give you a counter if you guys are gonna stay.
yeah, we're not gonna bid against ourselves.
Understood. Council was very,
If you don't
council
wanna
was
talk
very,
about that, that's
council was
fine.
very clear to me.
If you don't, I'm not gonna give you a counter.
Yep. Council was very clear to me that these are, we've presented 2 offers. Those
No,
are
you
the-
haven't. You presented one offer, broken the money up a different way. It's still one offer.
Okay, that's fine. If that's the way you would like to see that, to the staff and council, that was 2 separate or 2 separate proposals. We're good on either one of them. I have no authority to go any higher. No one at this table has any
Well,
authority.
then
to
why
go
are we
higher.
talking? Why don't you bring somebody in here who does?
We were hoping to just resolve the remaining articles.
Yeah, that
and
was
we're
the whole
getting
intent.
close, it sounds like.
Yeah.
We got 1 or 2
Pension
left.
and wages are remaining articles.
Yep.
We had to talk 17. But, and we will get that other stuff done, and at 11:30 today, I'll be talking to Wayne
Yeah,
Helsby.
we talked about that. So get the special magistrate selected.
But again, towards,
All right, well, we're not,
Is there like
I
a,
cannot move if the city.
yeah, you should.
so
you
just
should.
to kind of
Can't.
We should.
give, council view and all those, that are going to be hearing about the impasse, has there been already kind of a presentation at your,
No, nothing.
Okay.
Wayne and I are gonna have our first
yeah.
discussion today.
Because I don't, you know, it's good if we can come back and kind of say, hey,
Well-
here's, they're, you know, this is the presentation. You're almost kind of giving a heads up of like, hey, this is, you know, where they think they're off market, and, you know, has that analysis been had? In terms
No,
of.
that's not something-
That'll be the presentation at
Got it.
impasse hearing,
Okay.
essentially. But towards Warren's point, basically, it's called bulwarism. And Bulware was a guy that used to negotiate for, I think, General Motors back in the day, and it was found to be bad faith negotiation to come to the table with a take it or leave it offer. And our position is going to be, that's exactly what the city has done. You know, saying, here's the dollar we're offering you, take it or leave it. And the fact that the city will then turn around and say, well, you can have, you know, we'll shuffle where we put it, but that's the dollar you're gonna get. It's gonna be our position that that's bad faith negotiating. Whether we file an unfair labor practice or not, I don't know at this point. But yeah, I mean, you essentially came to the table with a take it or leave it. And towards his point, it is bad faith
Okay,
on the
well,
city's
I would
think that-
disagree with you on that
John,
because,
just 1 second here. So I think the city will come back to say, you know, the attempt, I think John was trying to take is knowing where we wanted to end up rather than going, you know, the city could have come back at, you know, I don't know, you could put any number out there, right, on both sides. So there could have been this marginal back and forth to get us right to the point where we're at today, which is apart. But that's, the city's argument is going to be, you know, we tried to make this cut through the, hey, I'm going to give you $5, you tell me 20, and I'm going to give you $7, and we're just going to try to cut through that and get you to the top number that the city can do. So but I understand that's going to be a presentation to the magistrate. I just want you to understand where the city's going to go with a response. I don't want there to be surprises at the magistrate hearing to say, there's going to be the market analysis. You know, city council relies on that one in making its decisions. They're going to look to see, you know, where we rank in terms of, you know, pay for the area, for the state. I mean, those are the types of things that they really anchor their decision making in, and that's what the city will intend to bring at the special magistrate hearing.
and I do believe that we have continued good faith negotiation because on the 23rd, we TA'd some items that were outstanding. On November 3rd, we came
It
back
has nothing to
and
do
we
with the
TA'd.
wages, whether the wages is a fair
I understand, but we still have
practice.
negotiated some articles that were outstanding. So anyway,
We're not significant.
Yep.
thank you.
Yep, I think, and you know, I'll be working with Wayne, and we'll keep going, and hopefully, you know, maybe there'll be some movement, which,
You know, all of this could have happened before we were at impasse. Every bit of it. But you didn't give me an offer until the end of September. When we gave you our first offer in March. We're at impasse because we got past October 1st without getting a deal done. Well, if I don't get an offer until the end of September, it's pretty hard to make a deal. Now, if the argument is that was going to be the city's last best and final the whole time, then so be it. But trying to make an argument that this was good faith negotiation is going to be pretty tough.
and I'll let you know that that's one of the things that just doesn't sit well with the officers is your offer comes so late, and you take the fact that the city has always paid retro in the past, if I'm
Never
not
paid
mistaken.
retro.
Never paid retro?
No.
Okay.
Never paid.
It's just, if you had made that offer in March and we say no, you know, for all those months.
Was the discussion, and forgive me if I wasn't around for the March meeting, but was the discussion in March?
I wasn't here for it either.
Understood. Was the discussion in March that it made better sense to try to figure out where IUPA's number was going to go in order for us to figure out where this, I thought there was some sort of discussion at this table, in fact, that it made more sense to hold off on that wage portion until we know where our UPA ends up, because what we wanted to avoid was a significant overlap or compression issue between, you know, sergeant and lieutenant. You get those two guys really close. There still may be some overlap, but I thought there was a discussion. I could
There
be
was.
wrong.
We had long conversations on multiple meetings that until we could come to an agreement with IUPA, we could not make a fair wage offer for lieutenants. So as soon as we settled everything with IUPA on the 12th, we did make the proposal on the 13th.
Yeah, no, I
That
just
was
wanted to see if that was part of the
September, I'm
conversation.
assuming?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But again,
I don't-
it's like, if you can't make your first wage offer for whatever reason, until now we're looking at, you know, we're not gonna get retro, that just, you know, like I said, if you had made them an offer early, and they have a chance to think about it and go, and you go, hey, we're not gonna give retro, that's,
Yeah, and that may be something, you know, on the next go around where, you know, maybe this can't wait, you know, that even though that's something that it sounded like, you know, was something that the parties had talked about, maybe this is.
Well,
something
there's no
more-
way, how can we sign if a sergeant's gonna make more than a lieutenant? And
Well,
if
that-
you have no idea where your numbers are gonna end up, and that's not on me to know, that's on y'all to know where your numbers end up with
Yeah,
the
but
sergeant.
you know that I can't know where this is gonna end up prior to a negotiation. You know that during a negotiation, I could end up somewhere that I didn't expect it.
Right, but putting it on me.
I'm not putting it on
that-
you, I'm saying
That
what
we
happened.
didn't sign because we didn't know what the sergeants were gonna make.
But I'm saying you had what I'm saying is there was a discussion, you were saying.
I made an offer before I knew what the sergeants were gonna make. 100% did, y'all did not.
Understood, but during that discussion, that was something you were interested in as well, is trying to figure out where.
Yes, absolutely, because I can't sign if the sergeants are making more than lieutenants.
That's, so.
There
yeah.
has to be some kind of, because every time we go to negotiations, you can't wait till September to offer the lieutenants, hey,
and his point being that, okay, regardless of whose fault or whatever, you know, the burden of the late offer from the city is falling on them when the city's saying no retro.
Understood. I just, we're trying to improve the process, right?
Yep.
So, you know, we want to get there just as quickly as you do. Nobody wants to go past October.
well, no, you don't. You don't, because you've given one offer and you're not willing to move off it. I'm not gonna counter offer myself. How much sense does that make? None.
Yeah, I understand. I understand what you're saying.
Right? Now,
You're
there are some other things. John, you did offer at the last meeting the medical stipend without a study. Is that still on the table? The medical stipend at 20 without a study is what you offered at the last meeting.
I think we're, at this point, the city,
I will play it back for you. 100% it happened.
as we wrapped up the last meeting, the city was looking for a package. So individual, you know,
The offer was made. Is it still on the table or not?
the city's looking for a package.
Was the offer for medical stipend at 20 without a study pulled from the table, or is it still there?
I've
I don't know
never,
that it's on the table.
we've
John,
talked
is
about it. I have not presented you anything on.
In writing.
24 No, sir, I have not.
Correct. You have not presented it
No,
in
sir.
writing. You absolutely did it at the table.
We have talked repeatedly about it. I've repeatedly told you it was a negotiated item,
John,
and we will
you
go
agreed
back.
to and made the offer at the last meeting, and I will play it back for you. if we
I
need to, or you can go and
agreed to
research
go
it yourself.
into it, Warren, absolutely, but I still have to follow the steps. City Attorney's
Okay,
Office
so-
would not
so-
allow me to do
So
any
the
of
offer's
that without.
so then the offer is not still on the table. That's all I'm trying to figure out. Is that offer still on the table or not?
He's just clarifying that this is what his offer was, so I would just assume that there was a miscommunication.
No,
This is-
no,
this
it wasn't a
is-
miscommunication. It was clearly an offer. It wasn't a miscommunication.
well-
The offer was made. I just want to know if it's still on the table. And so what you're saying is that it's not.
Well, this is what he believes it to be, so that's what he
No.
believes his offer to be.
But, okay, that's not what the offer was. It is absolutely not. I don't care what he says he believes it to be. I really don't. And John, this is not anything personal. The city made an offer. 100% it did. And we will play it back if we need to. But the offer was made. And I just wanna know if it's still there.
Is your counter that if that's there, you'll take the pay and you'll take the?
No, I'm asking if that offer was,
We're
there
looking
was
for-
no, there was
so
no.
There's not gonna be any negotiation of one itemized individual pension article decision. It's gonna be a full contract with wage and retirement at this point. It will be.
All right, but I'm
packaged.
gonna hold you to the one article that he offered, that the city offered. 100% I am,
Okay. I got you.
right? So, again, I will ask, is that offer still on the table or is it not? And I'm hearing it's not. That's all I wanna hear.
I'm asking if that's a counter.
No, it's not a counter, it was your offer.
Would you accept that with the wages and the remainder
As it
of the
stands,
contract?
no.
Okay, that's all I'm asking. So it doesn't.
Okay,
matter.
so I answered you directly and straight and honestly.
It doesn't-
I'm asking for the same.
It doesn't matter. So.
What do you mean it doesn't
You
matter?
just
It
said you-
absolutely
you wouldn't
matters.
accept it. It's a. What
Not
I said-
alone,
What we
no.
discussed at the last meeting is it's a package deal to get.
No, that's not what was discussed.
I guarantee that was discussed, as I said it.
Yes, that was
It absolutely was not. He made the offer.
Play that one back.
Yes, he made the offer independent. I asked him, he made the offer, I asked without a study, he said yes.
I think your attorney would be able to
All right,
recall
well,
the conversation.
we'll
we
talk
had.
about that. Also, I'm still waiting for the public records request about the money left over from the 2023 budget that I made at this table several meetings ago.
We closed the books on Monday, completed the budget amendment, so I will have that to you first part of next week.
Okay. That's all. we
Yeah,
need to talk
I
about.
needed to close the books out.
Yeah, we're at the table next week. As of now, anyway.
Next week.
Do you, again, I do not want to,
Mhm.
I will have nothing to offer to you on the 14th for wages or retirement.
Well, I'm not gonna counter myself, so.
Right. I don't want to waste anyone's time.
Well, that's what I've been doing since March. All right, we good?
Yep, we're good.
Thank you.
I'll talk to Wayne and whether or not we need Tuesday the 14th.
To just wrap up the rest of the.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll